Good morning. What a beautiful morning. We have more rain forecast. We actually have a thunderstorm forecast, which Mammy is so happy about. So we got a little bit of rain yesterday, and if you saw my video yesterday of all my big kangas coming out, so they are big indicators that there's more rain coming. I am down where the brook and the dam meet. As you can see, very, very, very dry. So up there is the brook. And then she goes all the way down there. And then there was a fence there that my big cousin and I yesterday started taking down, so it's still a bit hot for these sorts of jobs, but I just wanted him to show me how it was done. And then if I do get a cool day or a burst of energy or whatever, I know how to do it. But just in this corner here, sorry about the wind, guys, but it's a great thing for me. So here, they used to just be able to, or have to, go underneath the fence where he opened it right up. So they now have a fair big gap, which they must have come through last night and gone, oh, well, hello. So I would clean up, this wood when it starts to get a little bit cooler, because as I said, there'll be creatures living. Even if there's not snakes, there could be lizards or, bandicoots or something living in there, especially because look how close it is to green. And again, I'll be getting rid of this fence because it's stopping, well, for one, I want to get in there and clean up, but also it's stopping the flow. And that's something the Chinese believe is everything. They call it the flow of qi, and everything is about your flow. And if you're not flowing, that's when things go wrong. You get blockages. And you can see that's exactly what's happened here, is there's a blockage. So nothing can get through, nothing can flow. And then look, it goes from beautiful lush to dead, all the way to my dam. And it's really interesting because no one can really understand how come my dam still has so much water in it. And I think this is one of our biggest problems, is we don't really understand the land. We don't understand what it actually does. And what I was just saying about the Chinese, the flow. And if you think that's what we've interrupted. So it normally went, down in from the scarp. Sorry about the wind. But it came from the scarp down into the brook, and then this all would have been trees flowing down here. Now this didn't stop in the day. This actually used to go all the way past my property into my neighbours and keep going for a good 20 kilometres. So because we have just interrupted it, from the start to the middle to here to here to here, we have just, you know, interrupted everything, and that's why it's not flowing. Sorry, I just had to tell Georgie off because he's barking at these galahs that are settled here. This is another great indicator that it's gonna rain. And Georgie just barks and annoys them, so I don't like him to do that. So when he does, Mummy tells Georgie off, doesn't she, for being naughty, Georgie? Georgie, are you being naughty? Hmm? Look at you. Naughty Georgie. So as I was saying about interrupting the flow, you can see, well, even look at my dam, because it's windy, it looks like it's got a flow. Oh, I bet you this girl's happy. You know, it's cooler. She's done well to survive, and we're supposed to get a little bit, you know, like they're saying 4 or 5 mil. Oops. That could have been dangerous. So 4 or 5 mil, you know, unfortunately, because the ground's so dry, a lot of it will just run off. But even so much of it, you know, will go to where it's needed. It's so good. And the great thing is, like this bank and stuff, that will all get a nice little water. You just don't know how relieved I am to have everything so much cooler, a little damp because we had a bit of rain yesterday. You know, the birds are out, all the kangas were out last night. There's just so many indications or indicators that it's changing. The rains are coming. And you can see from my dam that it's a little bit damp, and it's only gonna get more. And as I said to you the other day in one of my other videos, because Australia is so dry, it doesn't take much rain for it to become beautiful and green. So we don't need much before everything has turned, Charlie Bear, everything has turned beautiful and green. And I have to say, it has actually turned into one of my most favourite times of the year, from the summer to the wet season, because you watch it go from this dry, barren, hot, you know, I mean, it just looks so dead, to this beautiful green, lush, alive, magical place. And it's just crazy to think it's the same place. And that's why I so want to plant so much during this wet season. Or the cooler season, just so next summer everything doesn't have to try so hard to stay alive. They can all look out for each other. And this is the great thing, that the bigger ones will look out for the smaller ones. It's a team effort. Have a beautiful day, remembering it's about your flow. Make sure nothing's interrupting your flow. And if it is, go and do something that makes you feel really good and get your flow back. Because that's how you get it back. You don't need to go into the thing that has stopped your flow, because that will just keep stopping your flow, because it's what you focus on. So go and make yourself happy in your happy place, doing your happy thing. Spend some time on getting your energy into a really nice frequency, and you watch your flow come back. A really great way is to put some music on or go and have a shower, because it gets you thinking about different things. Have a beautiful day, and remember, every little bit matters.